Hello, Blazers! I wanted to come on here real quick because after I made my Twitter post talking about interviews, which has gone really well so far, please keep applying if you want to, I have met a lot of models who look just like me. In fact, some of us even have the same damn name. They've all been so lovely and wonderful to talk to. But some of our fans and some of our viewers have been coming to my DMs a little panicked about how our artwork looks very similar, if not the exact same, and they're almost ready to fight me in the DM. So let's talk about booth models, baby. Yes, that's right. Booth models are a really affordable way for VTubers to get into Live2D. So you buy cheaper models that anybody can use, anyone can buy, anyone can use them. There are different rights on different models depending on the company, so you do have to be aware of those. And at any point in time, if you're using a booth model, if someone buys out that model, or the original creator pulls everything back, you have to let go of your model and rebrand. That is the price and the gamble you pay with booth models, but I haven't experienced it yet myself, so far, so good. So let's talk about Booth and how to use it. Alright, so I've started this on booth.pm, I'll leave the link down below. This is connected to Pixiv, so if you do not have a Pixiv account yet, you will want to make that first. They will prompt you when you log into Booth to make a Pixiv account. They link together. Pixiv is a place where you can share artwork of your own that you've made, and Booth is like a web hosting site for selling things, similar to Etsy, so like think of a Japanese version of Etsy, kind of. At the top of the page, I have already gone out of my way to help us out and type in Live2D Model. If you literally just type this in, Live2D Model, into the search bar, press enter, you're gonna get all these wonderful, amazing models. So let me just show you some of these models. You're gonna recognize some of these models. I might have a few VTubers start to not like me because I'm exposing the fact that they're booth models, but you might recognize some of your favorite VTubers here. And that's okay. It is okay to use a booth model. It is okay to use one of these, especially when you're just starting out and growing. Because this can really help you find your identity because there's so many different booth models available to you and there's so many different beautiful colors and different beautiful things that you can be. Alright, so do not get mad at your VTuber that you love, your Oshi, because they're using a booth model. It is affordable, it is effective, and they have wonderful toggles. I mean, look at this. For $30, I have all these toggles. You too could be like me. You too could have this. We could get rid of the horns, the cape. They even gave me an extra outfit, okay? Like, they provided. I also have a bunch of face toggles, but the way my desk is set up, I'm not gonna risk that right now. So let's go into two of my mamas. Now, granted, I don't know if they're one singular person or if they're a whole company, but that is the key term that people use in VTuber lingo. All right, starting off with my model's designer and designing company, we have Live2D with a language I cannot read, but they go by Kara on Twitter, and you can follow their Twitter and their Pixiv right there. So it's all there for you, and you can scroll down. They're always posting new models. Like this one's very new. I've only seen them recently. They have male presenting and female presenting VTubers, so you have your choice. This was a really hot one I've been trying to get all my friends to do. But this is me! So for 3,980 yen, so for me that was about $38 Canadian, you could have this full model. So this is mine. And there's so many more. We have this cute panda. We have this cutie. I've seen this face around a few times. Here's another version that kind of looks like my model. You know, there's so many you could choose from. We have multiple pages, etc., etc. These models are super expressive, they're really nice, and they're really affordable. They're fully rigged. If you like the look of mine, you're gonna really like the look of these models as well. I can attest to these, they're really well made. Here's my model, you can literally be me. I've seen recolorings of my model as well, so I've seen people with pink hair and get rid of the tattoo on the front of our chest. We have different hairstyles as well. So I can change my hair, I can change my outfit. I can even add a cape. Ta-da! Change it up a little bit. So we have so many toggles, they're so well made. And this is all for me for $36 Canadian. That's kind of crazy. Okay, let's talk about my past VTuber model. This is the company I worked with before. This is Design.Genius. So they have a different style of models. They're all really beautiful as well. Again, they have female presenting, male presenting models. They have different sizes, shapes. They even have free models to play around with like Anya. They also had the eye model that was floating around. So you may recognize some of these models as well. And some of them have overlays. Again, another fantastic company to work with. They work really well with rigging and everything. I highly recommend them. Now we're going to take a look into my past life. This was my first Live2D VTuber. And I went by a different name, personality, everything. And I really love her too. She is so sweet. She actually had a remake of sorts because she got an extra hairstyle after I bought her. And this is for 1,200 yen. And I got that for about $10 Canadian. Her rigging is really good. It's super cute. She has hats, expressions. She wasn't as expressive, and I don't think she was set up with V-Bridger like my current model is, which is where I came into a lot of conflicts. But you are able to rig these models after, and you have PDF files that you can work with too. This model is really cool too, and it came with an art piece. So I actually got to use that for stingers and different schedules and stuff. So some of these models do come with artwork, do come with extras, so they are worth that little bit of money. And I found a lot more growth when I had Live2D over 3D for myself because I didn't really specialize in 3D modeling. But that doesn't mean you can't use Vroid or 3D models at all. They are wonderful. VRChat models are also a fantastic use of models that are pretty inexpensive or free at times. You just have to be careful with merch. Okay, but Canny, are these even allowed? Why do people do this? Blah, blah, blah. Well, from what I've gathered, for the most part, is these are either smaller companies that are working towards building their VTuber portfolios, or they're actual independent riggers and artists that are trying to show their portfolio to get into bigger VTubing companies. Because VTubing is so big in Japan, they actually have a market to do this. So being able to make models and sell them for a discounted price, you end up actually making quite a bit more because you'll get more sales overall. With my past two models, they allow the person who buys the model full rights to the model. They can do what they want for profit. They just can't make merch. I believe this is the disclaimer on mine, without requesting the permission from the original artist. And you have to pay for certain rights for that. I think you might even have to buy out the model in some instances. So when it comes to making merch, you have to be careful with booth models, but you can stream, you can do all the stuff that you want to do to build up your streaming, to build up your persona, to build up your empire. You also get to sample these artists and riggers' work to see if you want to work with them in the future. I've reached out and contacted Design.Genius in the past, and they are so wonderful to talk to. They're definitely on my radar for when I'm looking to make a full custom model, but that's not going to be for a while because I really enjoy this model currently. I think she's perfect for what I need. Also, as a little TLDR, if you are a VTuber using a booth model, try not to get angry at another person for also using the same booth model. Unfortunately, you do not buy the rights to the model for yourself only unless you've expressly bought out the model from the artist. And in that case, the artist would say that people can't use it anymore. But if that's not the case and you bought it for the same price as everyone else, unfortunately, we will share the same model, and that's just how it might be. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We're all different and able to express ourselves in different ways, even if we're using the same model. I hope that's helped out anybody who's looking to get into Live2D models and do it on a budget and a cheaper price so it's more accessible for you. Hopefully this helps you on your VTubing journey and hopefully you really enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like more VTubing videos and I might make more in the future. Okay, bye! Wah! Especially before another person comes into my DMs trying to jump me again. Jeez Louise!